It looks nice, but I can assure you, today is going to be stressful. Right, how you all doing? The sleep tracker will prove just how things are going to be. Back on form, 5.5 hours. Got a message from the Tiny Human School. It's closed, trees have fallen. We knew that last night, just apparently the school didn't know it, and nothing has been put in place and they've not been able to clear the way. So all it isn't, I haven't gone down there to check. The school says they can't do anything about it. I'm going to take their word for it. So Tiny Human is off the school. I'm crossing my fingers that the big human has a good day. And you will not get your big reveal today like I said you would. Not yet. Tomorrow. What happened? Long story short, doesn't fit. Doesn't fit in the old machine at the all. Now I could make it fit, but I'm not going to. So the groove was for the contents of that box go in that case. If it didn't drop in from the top, as in from the side, I would take off the front and go in from the front. Found it wouldn't go in from the front. I was like, well, what I could do, because there is a big gap in front. You can take the front of the case off, and there's plenty of space in the front to bring things in from the front. But wider than expected. Oh, well, I could just cut the bracing in the case. I was like, can I realistically, after making a video about thermals, follow up with just cut the bracing in your case and potentially screw your thermals because your case ain't quite up to snuff? No. No. So, new case, new power supply. Coming tomorrow. Realistically, at this point, I may as well have just built a new PC. But it's a graphics card, in case anyone's not put two and two together. But just everything from that case is going to have to go into the new case, and then I will make sure that cooling is. There will not be a build video. It will be a, here it is, here's the bits, this is what's going in, blah blah blah, and then done. Because I just want you to work. And if it doesn't, then the only piece left in my machine that is original, from when it was originally built March 2020, March-ish 2020, would be the processor. Everything, well, and the cooler on the processor, everything else in the case, including the case, has changed. Don't panic about the fan noise, it's rendering. Speaking of temps, question. Crispier, as in burnt, perfect airflow. I'm really sorry, but I was just like, something to do with airflow. Airflow. Mini oven. That's got good airflow. By the way, I love mini ovens, and yes, they did end up extra crispy, or at least there was a third one. The third one, I made that kind of extra crispy, burny charcoal. I forgot about it, even though it's got a thing. Now, sticking with the theme of cooling and not cutting corners, right? That's kind of my groove for the day, because it was funny. I did the little intro bit, which was ages ago, absolutely ages ago. The day is now ending. But I got a call from a mate, and as soon as he found out my kind of predicament, he goes, oh mate, I bet mate, when you realise that weren't going to fit unless you did the old cut, mate, unless you did the case, mate, you go, I bet mate, I bet You just want to gut the machine, ground it, just let it sit, free, loose, just hanging, man, just hanging, like an open air test bench, mate. And I was like, how do you know? Yes, I did. And that's exactly what I'm not going to do, because that machine is a dream. Okay, my PC is my dream PC. It was my dream PC. It still is my dream PC. But from the moment we got it, we had no end of troubles with it. It's no end of troubles with it. But when it worked, it was amazing. Like literally day one, since day one, and I say it all the time, I've always had hardware issues with everything that I buy. I am just really, really unlucky, right? But when that machine worked, it was amazing. If you were gaming happily, sitting there at like 120 to 165 frames a second, beautiful on like ultra settings, all the bells and whistles on, absolutely fantastic. You know, VR, fantastic. Render jobs, fantastic. Multicam real-time encoding, fantastic. It would just chew any job to dust that you gave to it. It was like, ah! It was like, you need, I don't know, you need a cherry bomb, or you need, I don't know, a cap, or like a little teeny tiny firework or something. You need a sparkler. Fuck that, son, have a nuke. That's what that PC was. But when it went wrong, it went really, really wrong. And this last bit's a big bit. It's an investment, and we ain't cutting corners, not at this point. I just want it to work. I just want it to be fixed, and so I want it to be done right. However, I'm also kind of terrified because my hands ain't great, and I don't want to. I'm terrified I'm going to wreck it. And all this is moving parts from one case to another at this point. So the case had to be bought. I've sourced a new power supply, and literally the only bits that will be left from the original build, the machine that is dragging me along a road to ruin, which is the kind of where I gimmick my my PC names. Right now it's Doomslayer. It's on the road to ruin, and then when it's done, we transfer it from the case it's in to the new one. The only bits that will realistically be left is the processor, and then it will be called Belial. I will be calling it Belial. I'll go into the story of that when we actually do the transfer, but that's the groove. Kids have had good days, and that's basically my highlight. They had good days in school. I'm not entirely sure how they. Well, I say kids. The big man had a good day in school. The little one, I mean, he didn't do much of his homework, but he had a good day outside of school. And it turns out that realistically, the school was open. They just weren't letting people in. So, and tomorrow's a personal day or a training day or something to that effect. So they're not going to school anyway. Big man, I believe, is. But that's where all the good times have ended, because we got a call. It was a call notification. We need to go in for a meeting. And to do this meeting, we need IDs, and we don't have any. So we are scrambling like mad to get any and all paperwork we can find together. But that is a story I will tell another time. Let me just put it. It's going to seem really bad. I know what it feels like, kind of, to be an illegal immigrant. I know what it feels like to be, the Mexican working over the border that's, having to be careful of everything they do, and they can't do anything officially, and it's such a pain in the ass, and I know that groove to a degree. Anything new over the last 2 years that has required ID, I haven't been able to do it. And we've chased people up and we haven't gotten anywhere. Now we need to. We've made more and more calls. Hopefully, things will go well. Could be sorted in a week, but that might be a week too late. So, yeah, I'll tell the story proper after we see about getting the whole idea and that sort of. But I'm gonna head you off. Hope you're well. I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. So broken, innit? Everything's broken. Like, can't you just tell a story? No, because I ain't got none. It's all real, son. This is the ultimate form of reality TV, which is why it's so shit. See ya. Oh, and I finally got sent that audio file too. So that gives me something to occupy my poor little brain with. I'll look at it tomorrow. Maybe. I'm kind of looking forward to that day off now.